Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo 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 Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
We are reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhyam Lila, chapter 21, text number 22. How is the melody? Okay. Krishna Dekinana Jana Kaila Nimishe Nindana Vrache Vidi Ninde Gopigana. Please repeat. Krishna Dekinana Jana Kaila Nimishe Nindana Vrache Vidi Ninde Gopigana. Krishna Dekinana Jana Kaila Nimishe Nindana Vrache Vidhi Ninde Gopigana. Krishna Dekinana Jana Kaila Nimishe Nindana Vrache Vidhi Ninde Gopigana. Say Sabashloka Padi Mahaprabhu Artakari Sukhe Madhyura Kare Asvadana.
Say Sabashloka-padi
Mahaprabhu Artakari Sukhe Madhurya Kare Asvadana. Krishna Dekinana Jana Kaila Nimishe Nindana Vrache Vidhi Ninde Gopigana. Krishna Dekinana Jana Kaila Nimishe Nindana Vrache Vidhi Ninde Gopigana. Say Sabashloka Padi Mahaprabhu Artakori Sukhe Madhurya Kare Asvadana.
Say Sabashloka-padi Mahaprabhu Artakari
Sukhe Madhurya Kare Asvadana. Prabhus, please.
Krishna Dekinana Jana Kaila Nimishe Nindana Vrache Vidhi Ninde Gopigana.
Krishna Dekinana Jana Kaila Nimishe Nindana Vrache Vidhi Ninde Gopigana.
Say Sabashloka-padi Mahaprabhu Artakari Sukhe Madhurya Kare Asvadhana.
Say Sabashloka-padi Mahaprabhu Artakari Sukhe Madhurya Kare Asvadhana. Krishna Dekinana Jana Kaila Nimishe Nindana Vrache Vidhi Ninde Gopigana.
Krishna Dekinana Jana Kaila Nimishe Nindana Vrache Vidhi Ninde Gopigana.
Say Sabashloka-padi Mahaprabhu Artakari Sukhe Madhurya Kare Asvadana.
Say Sabashloka-padi Mahaprabhu Artakari Sukhe Madhurya Kare Asvadana.
Madhuris. It's not that difficult.
Krishna Dekinana Jana Kaila Nimishe Nindana Vrache Vidhi Ninde Gopigana.
Krishna Dekinana Jana Kaila Nimishe Nindana Vrache Vidhi Ninde Gopigana.
Say Sabashloka-padi Mahaprabhu Artakari Sukhe Madhurya Kare Asvadana.
Say Sabashloka-padi Mahaprabhu Artakari Sukhe Madhurya Kare Asvadana.
Krishna, Lord Krishna, Dekhi, seen, Nana Jana, various persons, Kaila, did, Nimishe, due to the blinking of the eyes, Nindana, blaming, Vraje, in Vrindavan, Vidhi, Lord Brahma, Ninde, blame, Gopigana, all the gopis, Seisaba, all those, Shloka, verses, body, reciting, Mahaprabhu, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Artakari, explaining the meaning, Sukhe, in happiness, Madhurya, transcendental sweetness, Kare, those, Asvadana, tasting. Translation. And later purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. After seeing Krishna, various people criticized the blinking of their eyes. In Vrindavan especially, all the gopis criticized Lord Brahma because of this defect in the eyes. Then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recited some verses from Srimad Bhagavatam and explained them vividly, thus enjoying the taste of transcendental sweetness with great happiness. So today we will read from text 22 up to 37. I was asked to go that far, means 15 more shlokas, since my Bengal pronunciation is not at all very good, so therefore I will just do the English translation. Text number 123. All men and women were accustomed to enjoying the beauty of the shining face of Lord Krishna, as well as his shark-shaped earrings swinging on his ears. Actually, the main chapter is the opulence and sweetness of Lord Krishna. And Mahaprabhu here is speaking. So again, all men and women were accustomed to enjoying the beauty of the shining face of Lord Krishna, as well as his shark-shaped earrings swinging on his ears. His beautiful features, his checks, and his playful smiles all combined to form a constant festival for the eyes. And the blinking of the eyes became obstacles that impeded one from seeing that beauty. For this reason, men and women became very angry at the Creator, Lord Brahma. Purport. This verse is Srimad Bhagavatam, 9th Canto, 24:65. Text number 124. O Krishna, when you go to the forest during the day and we do not see your sweet face, which is surrounded by beautiful curly hair, half a second becomes as long as an entire age for us. And we consider the Creator, who has put eyelights on the eyes we use for seeing you, to be simply a fool. Purport. This verse is spoken by the gopis in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th Canto, 31:15. Text number 125. Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is identical with the Vedic hymn known as the Kama Gayatri, which is composed of 24.5 syllables. Those syllables are compared to moons that arise in Krishna. Thus, all three worlds are filled with desire. Text 126. Translation. The face of Krishna is the king of all moons, and the body of Krishna is the throne. Thus, the king governs a society of moons. Purport. Krishna's face is considered the king of moons, and his body is considered the throne. All the other Chandras, moons, are considered to be subordinate moons. His left cheek is a moon, his right cheek is a moon. His forehead is considered a half moon. The spot of sandalwood pulp on his forehead is considered a moon. And his fingernails and toenails are also different moons. Text 127. Krishna has two cheeks that shine like glowing gems. Both are considered full moons. His forehead is considered a half moon, and the spot of sandalwood there is considered a half moon. Text 128. His fingernails are many full moons, and they dance on the flute in his hands. Their song is the melody of that flute. His toenails are also many full moons, and they dance on the ground. Their song is the jingling of his ankle bells. Text 129. Krishna's face is the enjoyer king. That full moon face makes his shark-shaped earrings and lotus eyes dance. His eyebrows are like bows, and his eyelids are like arrows. His ears are fixed on the string of that bow, and when his eyes spread to his ears, he pierces the hearts of the gopis. Text 130. The dancing features of his face surpass all other full moons and expand the marketplace of full moons. Although priceless, the nectar of Krishna's face is distributed to everyone. Some purchase the moon rays of his sweet smiles, and others purchase the nectar of his lips. Thus he pleases everyone. 131. Krishna has two reddish, widely spread eyes. These are ministers of the king, and they subdue the pride of Cupid, who also has beautiful eyes. That face of Govinda, which is full of happiness, is the home of the pastimes of beauty, and it is very pleasing to everyone's eyes. Text 32. If by devotional service one gets the results of pious activities and sees Lord Krishna's face, what can he relish with only two eyes? His greed and thirst increase twofold by seeing the nectarian face of Krishna. Thus, to his inability to sufficiently drink that nectar, he becomes very unhappy and criticizes the Creator for not having given more than two eyes. Translation. Text number 33, 133. When the onlooker of Krishna's face becomes dissatisfied in this way, he thinks, why didn't the Creator give me thousands and millions of eyes? Why has he given me only two? Even these two eyes are disturbed by blinking, which keeps me from continuously seeing Krishna's face. Thus, one accuses the Creator by being dry and tasteless, due to engaging in severe austerities. The Creator is only a dry manufacturer. He does not know how to create and set things in their proper places. Text 134. The Creator says, let those who will see Krishna's beautiful face have two eyes. Just see the lack of consideration exhibited by this person posing as a creator. If the Creator took my advice, he would give millions of eyes to the person who instead intends to see Krishna's face. If the Creator will accept this advice, then I would say that he is competent in his work. Text 135. The transcendental form of Lord Krishna is compared to an ocean. A particularly extraordinary vision is the moon above the ocean. Sri Krishna's face. And an even more extraordinary vision is his smile, which is sweeter than sweet and is like shining beams of moonlight. While speaking of these things with Sanatana Goswami, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu began to remember one thing after another. Moving his hands in ecstasy, he recited a verse. O my Lord, the transcendental body of Krishna is very sweet, and his face is even sweeter than his body. But his soft smile, which has the fragrance of honey, is sweeter still. Purport. This verse is quoted from the Krishna Karnamrita by Bilva Mangala Thakur. Text 137. My dear Sanatan, the sweetness of Krishna's personality is just like an ocean of ambrosia. Although my mind is now afflicted by the convulsive diseases I wish to drink that entire ocean, the repressive physician does not allow me to drink even a drop. Purport. When there is a combination of Kapha, Pitta and Vayu, the three bodily elements, there occurs sanipati, or a convulsive disease. Lord Chaitanya said, this disease of mine is caused by the personal feature of Lord Krishna. The three elements are the beauty of Sri Krishna's body, the beauty of his face, and the beauty of his smile. Stricken by these three beauties, my mind goes into convulsion. It wishes to drink the ocean of Krishna's beauty. But because I'm undergoing convulsion, does someone know how to speak it out? Convulsion. Convulsion.
Conversion.
Convulsion. It's not conversion.
Confusion.
Convulsion. Convulsion. Okay. My physician, who is Sri Krishna himself, does not even allow me to take a drop of water from that ocean. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was ecstatic in this way because he was presenting himself in the mood of the gopis. The gopis wanted to drink the ocean of sweetness arising from the bodily features of Krishna, but Krishna did not allow them to come near. Consequently, their desire to meet Krishna increased, and being unable to drink the ambrosia of Krishna's bodily features, they became very unhappy. Omadhyanatimrandasya gyananjana shalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasma Shri Gurave namaha Shri Chaitanya manobishtam shtapitam yena bhutale Svayam rupa kadamayam dadati svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanitam Scha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tatta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishavanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So in text 110, in the translation it is said that Shukadev Goswami, the son of Vyasadeva, has described these pastimes of Krishna throughout Srimad Bhagavatam. Hearing the descriptions, the devotees become mad with love of Godhead. So, we also now we could hear all these beautiful ecstatic, basically ecstatic descriptions. So many of us, they may not have become mad now. So one nice translation was also 119, where it was written that the sweetness of these descriptions can be tasted only through the spontaneous love of liberated persons who chant the holy name with great ecstatic love. So we hear the sweetness of these descriptions, of these pastimes, can only be tasted through the spontaneous love of liberated persons who chant the holy name with great ecstasy. So today we will hear something about the chanting of the holy name, how to reach that platform of being able to chant the holy name in ecstasy, so that we also can relish all these descriptions, so that they will touch our heart, so that these descriptions will not just remain like something imaginary, but we will really have the full realization of these descriptions. So do we have the right to chant Harinam, to chant the holy name? Actually, the conditioned souls, they cannot chant Harinam. I will repeat a lecture which I heard from our Gurudev, Grace Chaitanya Maharaj, because I'm not so knowledgeable, so I will just try to repeat what I have heard. So, the conditioned souls cannot chant Harinam. Harinam can only be chanted by pure devotees. So then why this Diksha ceremony is taking place? If the conditioned soul cannot chant Hare Krishna, so why then Diksha is given? Someone has an idea? Why we get Diksha?
That gives the qualification.
Yeah, we try to become a servant. Therefore the Das is given also at the end of our name. One devotee was answering, only by the mercy of the spiritual master, Sadhu Guru Vaishnava, the conditioned soul, they can't chant the holy name. Our Gurudev said, so only by the mercy of the spiritual master, the Guru, one can chant Hare Krishna, even if he is a conditioned soul. So some are there, they are saying, you can chant anyway and you can get all the results. All your desire will be fulfilled if you chant Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada said, chant and be happy. Huh? But are we happy? Not always. So, means something more is there. So as if Bhagavan Krishna is our order supplier, maybe our servant or our gardener, if we will call him, hey, come here, come. The person who does not know the philosophy, they will say like that. But who knows the philosophy, they will not say like that. What they will say? Only who has listened about the glories of the Lord can get darshan of Krishna. They can realize the glories of the name, His guna, rupa, lila. All this will be manifested if one is hearing properly. If one is not listening Krishna Kathar, he cannot have darshan of Krishna. Then what he will see? When we are coming and taking darshan, what do we see? He will see only one form made of some brass or some plant, in our case some wood, some stone, some... So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is saying, without Shravana, without hearing, you cannot see Krishna. This is also, of course, confirmed in one shloka. This is Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 9:11. Asre Shrota Kshite Pato Nanu Nata Pungsam. O my Lord, your devotees can see you through the ears by the process of bona fide hearing, and thus their hearts become cleansed, and you take your seat there. You are so merciful to your devotees that you manifest yourself in the particular eternal form of transcendence in which they always think of you. So the form we see without hearing, that is only a material form. That is Bhoga Darshan. So we are enjoying. Oh, this form is very nice. Today, very nice turban again. Huh? Oh, whose deity this is? It's very nice. That deity is not looking down, is looking upwards. So this is called only Rupa Darshan, without Shravana. It is giving some kind of pleasure to our eyes. And we see, same with different services. We do kirtan, can be for our pleasure. We speak, can also be for our pleasure. We are cooking, thinking, oh, later on I will taste nice food, can also be for our pleasure. So we also should be very careful to mainly meditate on how can I please Krishna. So we are not going to the temple to get this type of darshan. We are coming to the temple to see Lord Krishna, so therefore also we are chanting Harinam. We are serving Lord Hari, and one day we will get darshan. But if we are coming to the temple and serving Lord Hari and developing this I-ness and minus, aham mata, so Krishna is very far from us. When we join this movement, many dangers are there, that we try to get position, recognition, and we want to establish ourselves. But actually we should try to become just a servant of my Gurudev. Whatever service I may get from him, I will just try to serve him and please him. So I-ness, we develop so many different kinds of designations. I'm a brahmachari, I'm a grihastha, I'm a temple commander, I'm a kirtaniero, I'm a cook, all these things. Some danger is there. And minus, I have achieved something, I have degrees, or I have some skills which belongs to me, I have some possessions. All these things are obstacles on the path of bhakti. So first we should know what is our Swarup. My constitutional position is I am Krishna's eternal servant. So therefore one has to accept the mood of a bhakta. Unless he will think like that, I am a servant of the servant of Krishna, then he cannot develop the mood of a bhakta. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself, he said this thing. I am not a brahmana, I am not a sannyasi, I am not a shudra, I am only das and das. So this is my Swarup identity, identification of my Swarup. My identification is I am a das. So those who are confined to only Varnashram Dharma, they cannot get love of Krishna. When Mahaprabhu met Rai Ramananda in South India, So he requested Ramananda to speak about Sadhya Sadhana Tattva. Jai Shishi Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Nitai Gaura Chandra Ki Jai. Sadhya Sadhana, the goal and the way to achieve it. So they were discussing together. Who were reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. It's just an amazing discussion, always becoming more deep. So Rai Ramananda spoke many things about Varnashram Dharma. He spoke about merging into Brahmana Falshan. He spoke about yoga also. But every time Mahaprabhu said, please speak more. So finally, he said we should serve Bhagavan Krishna as the gopis are serving. So we have to become sevaka, servitor. Every morning we are chanting Tulsi Arati and we are saying Ei Nivedana Dhara Shakiranugata Koro Seva Adhikara Diya Koro Nija Dasi. So this is our prayer. Please accept me as a dasi. I must follow the Sakhis, gopis. So therefore one has to accept Krishna as the Supreme One and he is to be served. So how we can understand how to serve Krishna? Some they are saying, yeah, we have Prabhupada books, but Prabhupada gave so many instructions. So how we know exactly what Krishna wants from me? So we can just take everything what pleases us and we can mix-max our own Bhakti Yoga, so-called Bhakti Yoga path and enjoy many things, but like that we will not get rid of the anarthas, of the unwanted things in our heart. So we have to get the information what Krishna wants from us through the via medium of a bona fide spiritual master. So by that we'll be able to serve Krishna. So there are many sevakas, servitors. So I must serve Krishna and I must serve the servitors of Krishna. So therefore I should not develop any pride. Bhagavan does not accept any seva who is having pride. One may do something, but he cannot develop love of Godhead if pride is there. If someone will say, I will serve Krishna because I'm a servitor, but then he cannot serve many bhaktas. So this is not a symptom of bhakti. The symptom of a bhakta is that he has to give respect to one and all. Kirtanya Sadahari, no? At the end we'll be able to chant all the time. I think I said it already one time. When I joined Krishna consciousness, I heard quite quickly, yes, if you chant all day long, then you are a pure devotee. I thought, so easy, huh? I will just start chanting and then I will be a pure devotee. Then I tried. Somehow the mind had other plans, no? All the time this mind is coming and telling what not. So it's not that easy. But by the mercy of Sadhguru, what is like huge like an ocean, the difficulty becomes small like water in a print of a cup. Like that, I think. So that faith we should have, that it can become easy by the mercy of Sadhguru. So we should respect one and all. If someone is not giving respect to other Vaishnavas and he is serving to Krishna, he is not a true bhakta. He is called a Micha Bhakta, a falsehood Bhakta or a false Bhakta. So this falsehood Bhakta, Micha Bhakta, what is his goal? He will just go, he'll go away from Bhagavan Krishna and he will merge into the Maika ocean, material ocean. So if he is accepting Harinam, that means he's pretending. He has no respect for Guru and other Vaishnavas. So what is the use of accepting Harinam? So here we should note something very delicate. How do we know who is a Vaishnava? Many sadhus are coming here, or many senior devotees are coming here. Many sadhus, senior devotees, not so many, but some are around, unfortunately. So we should pray for much more association of sadhus. How do we know who is a sadhu? So we have to pray to Krishna, that Krishna will manifest before us who is a sadhu. Because often we just judge by our eyes, by our defect intelligence. So we may commit a great Vaishnava parade by not being happy if they are coming, by not greeting them properly when they are coming. So by that, this is like the worst thing can happen. So we should know what are the most delicate points, the points which we should be very careful. When we are careful, then we can get Sarva Siddhi Hoy. Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Shastra Koi, Lava Matra, Sadhu Sangha, Sarva Siddhi Hoy. So when we do sadhana bhakti, when bhava bhakti is there, then prema bhakti is there. Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu Sangha. So all three stages, the sadhu sangha is most important, and we should understand that all perfection can come by that. So we're able to chant properly, therefore Shravanam, Kirtanam. It's not first we do Kirtanam until we are very famous and then we go for Shravanam. So no, first Shravanam must be there. So if one is accepting Harinam, if this kind of person is accepting Harinam, then it means he's a pretender. If he has no respect for Guru and all the Vaishnavas. So what is the use of accepting Harinam? They will only chant the alphabets. Harinam, this Harinam will... Harinam is giving love of Krishna. If we are chanting Harinam and we are not developing love, so we should know somewhere we have a problem. Some problem is there. Therefore, the personal association with Guru, the interaction with Guru is very important and essential. We may go in wrong direction and we may not notice it. And just last week I was calling to my Gurudev. I said, this realization and this realization and this realization I'm having. Finally he said, you're just mental. You should not be mental. You go in wrong direction. And it is dangerous, he told me. So Maya is super tricky. She will even give us the impression that we have true realizations, but actually it's Maya. So therefore Bhakti is like there are millions of thorns. Bhakti is like a Stacheldraht around this prema. How to say Stacheldraht? It's like a fence around. So, but by the expert guidance of Srila Gurudev, we can easily cross over this ocean of material existence. We should just become humble and accept that actually without help, there is no way. Every morning we are singing Yasya Prasadam, Bhagavad Prasadam, Yasya Prasadam, Nagati Kutopi. No chance to advance one step without the mercy of Sadhu. So some problem out there if we are realizing that we are not advancing. Prabhu, until which time? Good. So a few sentences more and then... Some are thinking that Krishna is the Supreme One and we should serve Him. So Krishna, Harinam is not different from Krishna. So this Harinam will come to our tongue when one is having the attitude to serve Krishna and Krishna Bhakti. So in order to be able to chant this holy name with great ecstasy, in order to relish all these descriptions, these pastimes, we have to become a servant of the servant of the servant of Krishna, means Srila Gurudev. So we have to become humble, we have to surrender ourselves, and it sounds a little bit hard, then I will not be able to do what I want. Actually, we should put faith that in this surrendering process, in the beginning it might be hard, or on the path of bhakti, many times it becomes hard again to surrender our independence to Guru. But because he's Sakshadhari, direct representative of Krishna, if we surrender to his instructions, then we will relish so much bliss inside. By that bliss we'll be able to give up all the bad habits, all the anarthas will go away. It is said, how long, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur actually, how long you will do anartha nivritti? You can do it life after life. Just focus on artha. I think artha bhakriti. So, means we should just meditate on how to please Krishna. That should be the main focus. In Vrindavan, in Goloka Vrindavan, that's the main meditation. How can I please Krishna? So basically our philosophy is simple for the simple one, complicated for the complicated. So thank you very much for listening. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Shri Prabhupada, Shri Gurudev ki jai. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami ki jai. Are there some questions or comments?
Thank you very much. You spoke about realizations. Thank you very much. You spoke about realizations, and so my question is, what is the difference between a realization on the mental platform and a true realization? If you can explain the difference, thank you.
Do I have true realizations? That might be a question. Now, based on Shastra, I cannot quote. Based on our own experiences, we know that some realizations, they are just like on the heart platform, means it's like an impression that doesn't go away. And it is an impression which is non-different from what is given by Guru Sadhu Shastra. For example, how we know that my spiritual master is a true representative of the Lord. So we should have this realization. And this realization is something which is beyond thinking. It is not coming. It's not coming in dreams. It's not coming by imagination. It's like when we wake up, actually. When we wake up, we understand, oh, I was dreaming. So, by praying, by sincerely praying, by crying before the Lord, before Guru, then these realizations will come by sincerely serving. So these realizations will also give us some, I can just describe the symptoms. So they will give us, enthusiasm to please Krishna more, to please the spiritual master more. So I think that is one aspect of realizations. In comparison to mental speculation. Myself, for example, I was just the last maybe 2 months going in the wrong direction. So I noticed that I was not chanting the holy name. I was just imagining. Some imagination was there that I have interaction with Krishna. So, but not in that, not chanting, not in a service mood. These thoughts were there, in an enjoying mood. I was enjoying some kind of mental speculation. So, that was just what I experienced now, recently. I thought it's a realization, but actually the mood was wrong. So then I was corrected. I was doubting that I'm going in proper direction. So then I was corrected. Did you understand our teachings, Srila Prabhupada's teachings? I don't think you understand properly. When you sit down, you should listen. No, don't think too much. For us, it's difficult to listen. We like to speak. We like to get recognition. But just to sit down humbly and listen, that's very difficult. So, but that is very essential. By proper Shravana, Kirtana will come automatically. The Kirtan which pleases the Lord. So that much I can say about it. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Shri Prabhupada, Shri Gurudev Ki Jai.
Deena Dayal Ki
Jai.
Ist das jetzt morgens und dann entscheiden wir uns.
Die nächste Sache, die ich noch